Most reps don't need more call coaching. They actually need better context before their calls. So here's the Claude workflow that actually turns that company name into a usable account brief in minutes. Here are 3 things that you should do with Claude to make that possible. Adam, number 1.
First things first, scope it. The biggest problem or the biggest challenge I see with people that use Claude or any other large language model is they think they can just get the immediate answer from the first prompt, and you're never going to get that with a full level of accuracy and a level of that's something you can trust and sort of put your house on. So essentially, properly scope the project beforehand. Ensure you define all of the correct parameters. Ensure you have a clear set of tasks and actions to be able to achieve, and that you understand the scope in its entirety.
Cool. And then number 2, Adam.
So once you've scoped it, then the second component is really starting to connect up the right tools. So Claude itself or any of these large language models have a good set of skill sets already baked into the system. However, if you get some connections and some plugins, you can really enhance the capability and the detail it's able to provide. For example, connecting your HubSpot so that you can already review existing context on prior deals or existing contacts. So then you connect up your CRM. And the purpose for that is to effectively provide as much historical context on an account as possible so that you reduce the workload that Claude itself or any of your large language models need to do. The aim of the game is to scope things properly so that you get the right project outcome. Secondly, is to make sure that you manage your Claude credit spend and usage, because it's very easy to overdo it very, very quickly and do it in the wrong spec if you've not scoped things correctly. And also, you want to make sure that Claude has as much relevant context as possible so that the decisions it makes are as informed as possible and as close to the ultimate goal that you're looking for.
And then what's that final piece?
Verifying. If anybody ever tells me they got something from Claude, I don't trust it. And I don't think you should either, because as we've all seen multiple times, LLMs hallucinate. And I think that the standard sort of litmus test at the moment is that an LLM can't even count to 100. And so if you can't trust it to count to 100, how can you trust it that it's provided a detailed account report, outlining their strategies, the challenges, what the CEO is having for breakfast? You can't trust that without a level of verifiability. There's 2 sort of approaches to that. The first is embedding Claude with almost like a university style reference structure. Essentially, show me your working out, show me your markings. I want to know that you actually can prove that you've gone to this answer in a reliable fashion. And secondly is an eye test. If something doesn't add up on your side and you have that sort of gut instinct and you have the experience, then trust that and explore that further before committing anything. The worst thing you can possibly do, deliver a piece of work, and at the back end of it, someone asks you a question that you can't answer, or even worse, is provably false by a little bit of research.
All that account research to help people have the right context, scope it properly, connect it properly, and verify before use. Anyone watching, if you want the exact account brief templates that we've used before those to get that information for the first calls and start those workflows, just reach out to us and we'll help you where we can.